welcome back. I'm Raven and this is Danny, and we're just going to talk about what happened yesterday, really. So, my birthday was my birthday's on Monday, but I had a party last night, and let's just say it didn't really go to plan, but that wasn't anybody's fault. It was just, see, unfortunately illnesses don't really wait for schedule. You can't really plan out your flare-ups, so it ended with me going to bed and having a twitching fit, and it was just
it was a bad twitching fit, but I did laugh a lot.
Yeah,
I was the worst.
She's the worst.
She twitched I had hold of her ankles, she twitched off the bed, and I was like trying to pull her, but I was drunk and I like couldn't stop laughing, and she ended up just falling off the bed and hitting her head against the wall.
Not only I hit the top of my head off the floor, and then I hit this side of my head while twitching off the side of the wall. I smacked my arm, I smacked my shoulder, I smashed a glass because I twitched when it was in my hand and it went everywhere, and then people had to hold me on the chair because I was going to fall. It was a big thing, but you know what, I couldn't really help it, but I did figure out that when I have a twitching fit, I suddenly get really sober. Yeah, which is kind of a bummer. Not only am I having a twitching fit, I'm not even still drunk. You know, I can't catch a break. But I just wanted to make a quick video just to say that it's not something that I can schedule. It's not something I can control, which is kind of sad because it means that for a lot of parties and stuff I have to leave early, or I have to make sure that I do nothing the day before. And it's just a lot of planning, and you know, the spoon metaphor comes into play. At that point you're like, right, what have I got to do? You know, I got up at 5 and we were cleaning and we walked the dog and we did our normal morning routine, and by sort of 10 o'clock I was just beyond tired. I was fatigued, I was in so much pain, and I was trying to keep it together and try to act like a normal young person on their birthday and enjoy everybody that came round and, you know, have a laugh with everyone. But what ended up happening was I ended up having to be the one that goes to bed because ultimately I couldn't stand, and it was just going to get worse if I would have stayed up. But today I'm alright, I'm not doing too bad, and I've got we've got a birthday lunch to go to, and we've got other plans for tomorrow and stuff, so we're getting there. It's just a case of planning it out, but it was a quite bad, intense twitching fit. I mean, I'm trying my best to come out of it, but the twitches are getting so different now from when they first started. Like, I could feel them coming on, and sometimes I still can, but the really bad ones just feel like I've been jabbed, and the next minute I'm just away. On it's not, it can't be very pleasant to look at either. I mean,
well, last night was better, but it kind of looks like a seizure. And because I was here when you could tell when they were coming on, and you were like, take this glass out of my hand, and then I go, what? But I'd get it. But now, like, there's no saving the glasses. There's no saving anything that's in your hand. The poor cuscus went everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a couple of days, to be fair. It's been about a week of twitches. It's not been a very good, like, mental health wise. It's not been great, and then physical, like, I've been really fatigued and really sore lately.
Which I think that's linked.
Yeah, I think they are all combined and like
I think
intertwined.
The mental health stress is what's making your physical stuff come out.
But if anybody else out there has twitches that have like progressed and got worse, and like if you've got any advice on what you do to kind of stop them from getting worse and worse and worse, I would love to hear it, because it is quite a not nice feeling when you're the one that's made a mess or smashed a glass and everybody else is running about cleaning it up, and you're can't do anything. You can barely even sit up straight. But we did get upstairs in record time.
Yes,
that was quite impressed.
I like leave her to walk up herself. I'm just like there, like, ooh, I'm here to catch you if you're gonna fall.
She's like a goalie. She's like,
and if she's like, if I'm like watching every move, so if she's like lunges forward, I can catch her head before she smacks it against the wall. This time, I kind of just bear hugged her, like grabbed her, and all but carried her up the stairs, and we got up there so much quicker. I think we're going to have to do that more often. Because normally I'm just afraid to touch you. Because
Yeah.
I know it hurts.
It does. But sometimes it's better than, like, the other day I had this finger, this middle finger, jammed into my shoulder, and it was so sore, and I just could not move it because I was twitching. And it was agony.
Yeah, and I was looking, I was like, I could try and move that, but I don't know if that's just going to make situations worse. I don't know where to let her ride it out. So I just let her ride it out, and she was like, so sore. She was like in tears because it was so sore, and I was like, okay, next time do you want me to pull it away? And she was like, yeah. Yeah,
it is getting progressively worse, but I'll keep everyone updated and let you know how I'm progressing. But just a quick little video to let you know that parties have ups and downs, and
I had a great time.
She had a better time than me, so did everybody else. Like, everyone else continued partying, I was put to bed. I'm like, fine. My birthday.
I put Fact Fiend on the telly for her.
Yeah.
So that was fine.
The cat didn't seem to care. I was twitching out, and she was just like laying there like, excuse me, you're on my bed? And I'm like...
Yeah, Peanut was just so blasé. She was, because we put you in the spare room first because it didn't have the baby gate on. And then Peanut was there just like, I was napping. And she just kind of sat there for a little while. And you like rolled onto her at one point, and she still just like lay there like, what do you think you're doing?
And I'm a heavy girl.
And then I moved her to our room because you were worried somebody was going to go in the spare room with her. And again, just did not give a shit. So.
But it was a good night. It was a good night up until that point. I had a lot of fun. My friends were awesome. We had drinks, we had laughs. It was a good party, but unfortunately, my arthritis and my fibroid doesn't seem to care if I'm having fun or if I have plans, which is kind of sad. But I will be coming up to 4 years this September having them. So...
And you're moving sort of forward in the medical department.
Oh yes, I've got my appointment. I got my hip checked.
By ultrasound.
By ultrasound, and
it was begrudging.
Yes.
The rheumatologist did not want to give that to you. She was just like, oh, Phil, just make it stop whining.
Yeah, I was like, I am in pain. I was like, I need you to have a look. She's like, we ultrasound your hands, and I'm like, they're not the problem. It's my hip. My hip is the problem. So your hip joint is like that, and then there's fluid, so the socket can kind of move around. However,
in the socket.
Yeah, like so you've got movement. However, mine is just all cartilage, and that's why I get a grinding sensation when I bend or when I walk. It's just grinding away the cartilage that has grown where the damage was. So
which makes it grow even more cartilage to replace the cartilage.
Yes,
it's to replace the fluid.
It's quite intense pain. I've got the ultrasound guy. He was like, I'll get an appointment to come see your other hip because I want to have a look at that, and I will refer you back to your rheumatologist and tell her what I've just told you. And I think there's going to be 3 options. Option number 1 is NHS will probably be like, oh, it's not that bad, we'll leave it for a wee while, which I will not be taking lightly because this is really sore. Option number 2, which I think is a scraping they can do, where they scrape all the cartilage out and empty out the socket, so then you've got more room to sort of manoeuvre. And option number 3, which I think is very unlikely to happen, which is a whole hip replacement. I don't think I'm at that level yet, but I'll keep you posted to what happens and when I go back to the rheumatologist and see what they say. But as for now, it's just a waiting game and see what happens, really. But so we are getting forward in the medical sort of progression, and I've got an appointment to go to my main pain management clinic. So here's hoping something gets done to ease off the pain. But if anyone has any advice out there that they can share with me, any would do. So thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Right? Bye.